India and Russia FGFA fifth-generation fighter jet project, under negotiation for last 7 years. Defense Minister Arun Jaitley has returned from Russia after having a successful one-to-one meeting with key officials from Russian military complex, leading to fast-tracking of pending military deals with the Russia. Helicopter, frigate and S-400 negotiation will be fast-tracked and will be concluded within next few months, said several media reports, but it seems no breakthrough was achieved in long-pending negotiation for the development of fifth-generation fighter jet, which was to be carried out by India and Russia. Jaitley's visit is being considered crucial as negotiations between the two countries over the FGFA have been stuck over a host of issues. Russia is said to be demanding an unaffordable price as part of its share in the development of the fighter jet, given that the work-sharing agreement currently under discussions includes the transfer of sensitive Russian defense technology. Defense News reported that the Russian side reports that Moscow demanded an additional $7 billion from Delhi are not true for the Sukhoi Pak-Fa fifth-generation fighter aircraft, FGFA, joint project. Proposed development of FGFA based on Sukhoi Pak-Fa fifth-generation fighter aircraft has been under negotiation for last 7 years, and recently Indian Air Force submitted a favorable report on co-development of FGFA, but it also pushed for far more transfer of technology and deeper Indian involvement in the project. Previous Sukhoi 30Mki deal has been cited as a failure to implement full transfer of technology, which still mandates the use of Russian-supplied components, which still keeps indigenous content on Sukhoi 30Mki just over 51%. According to media reports, Indian Air Force doesn't want to repeat similar deal which forces India to procure from Russia even when it can be sourced from India locally at much cheaper rate. Indian Air Force is looking for Indian-built FGFA to have nearly 70 to 80% of components which can be sourced from India, with Russian imports limited to less than 20 to 30% range. Indian Air Force reportedly is also asking for better high-thrust engines which have better serviceability and also have higher Indian-made components. India fears that Sukhoi 30Mki type deal will put Russia into advantage positions, since no major orders have been placed by Russian Air Force for the type, even with its being only fifth-generation aircraft coming out of Russia. India also fears that export potential of FGFA will be limited, since rival MiG Corporation is already developing a medium-category stealth fighter to replace legendary MiG-29, which will carry a cheaper price tag. Many and key decision-makers in India are in split when it comes to the development of Indo-Russian fifth-generation fighter jets. FGFA will be India's most expensive fighter jet, which will consume a large portion of Indian Air Force's military budget for decades to come, while some are also concerned about having déjà vu to go for Sukhoi 30Mki type deal again on FGFA. India's own fifth-generation fighter aircraft will also require a considerable amount of investment, since it is clear now that technologies developed and paid by India will not actually benefit HAL Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft project, since both projects have already reached pretty advanced stages of development. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.